Hey guys, tonight we slip through the lantern-lit streets of 16th century Istanbul, where the air hums with the scent of roasted coffee and the murmur of secrets. You're standing outside a coffee house, its wooden door creaking as merchants, poets, and dreamers spill in and out. The night is warm, the sky a deep indigo, and you can feel the city's pulse, lively, but not frantic, like a heartbeat you could nap to. Fair warning, you probably wouldn't survive this era's lack of Wi-Fi, or their questionable dental care. So let's keep this journey cozy and safe. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. But only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Drop a comment with your location and local time. I'm curious where you're drifting off from tonight. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum. And let's ease into tonight's journey together. You push open the coffee house door and a wave of warmth greets you. The room is alive with low voices, the clink of tiny ceramic cups, and the faint crackle of a fire in the corner. Your sandals scuff against the worn stone floor and you catch the sharp, earthy scent of coffee mingling with cardamom and cinnamon. It's 1560. And coffee houses like this are the heart of Istanbul's social scene. Think of them as the Ottoman equivalent of a trendy cafe, but with more turbans and fewer laptops. Historically, these kahvehanes were men's spaces where ideas brewed alongside the beans, shaping culture and politics. A quirky detail: some coffee houses had resident poets who'd roast bad tippers in verse, talk about savage Yelp reviews. You find a cushioned bench near a window, the glass cool against your shoulder. Outside, a donkey cart rumbles by, its driver humming a tune. You wonder, did the coffee house crowd know their chatter would spark revolutions? Historians still wonder if these places were more about caffeine or rebellion. For now, you settle in, the room's hum wrapping around you like a soft blanket. The coffee house hums around you, a cozy cocoon of murmurs and clinking cups. You're seated on that cushioned bench, the faint glow of lanterns casting shadows on the patterned walls. A server approaches, balancing a tray with a tiny, steaming cup of coffee, its surface shimmering with a frothy crema. You lift it to your lips and the first sip is a revelation, bitter, bold, yet smoothed by a hint of spice. It's not just a drink. It's a ritual, one that started far from Istanbul's cobbled streets. Coffee, as history tells us, began in Ethiopia around the 9th century, when a goat herd named Kaldi noticed his flock dancing after nibbling red coffee cherries. That's the widely accepted origin, though some say it's more legend than fact. A lesser-known tidbit: early coffee drinkers chewed the beans raw for a quick buzz, imagine popping espresso shots like trail mix. You take another sip, the warmth spreading through your chest like a hug from an old friend. The server, with a sly grin, warns you not to gulp it too fast. Ottoman coffee is meant to linger, like a good story. You glance around, noticing the mix of people, merchants in silk robes, scholars with ink-stained fingers, even a guy who looks like he bet his camel on a bad dice roll. Historians still wonder if coffee's spread was due to its taste or its ability to keep people up debating theology past midnight. For now, the drink in your hand feels like a small miracle, connecting you to a distant land and time. The coffee house chatter grows louder, pulling you deeper into its rhythm. The coffee's warmth lingers in your hands as you lean back, the bench creaking softly. The coffee house is a living tapestry now, poets gesturing wildly at one table, merchants haggling over silk at another. Their voices blend into a soothing drone, like rain on a tin roof. You catch snippets of gossip, a vizier's scandalous new robe, a ship lost to pirates, someone's uncle who swears he saw a djinn in his soup. This is the heartbeat of the kahvehane, where Istanbul's pulse quickens over tiny cups. Historically, coffee houses were social hubs by the 16th century, drawing men from every corner of the Ottoman Empire to trade news and dreams. A quirky detail: some patrons played a game called Guess the Bean, betting on the coffee's origin, Ethiopian or Yemeni, like it was the Super Bowl of beans. You smirk, imagining yourself losing a coin or two on that one. A poet nearby, his turban slightly askew, recites a line about love and coffee, and the crowd chuckles. You sip again, the bitter tang grounding you in this smoky, lantern-lit world. The air feels alive, thick with the scent of roasted beans and the promise of secrets. Historians still wonder if these gatherings sharpened wits or just fueled endless debates about whose camel was fastest. You notice a man in the corner, scribbling furiously, maybe a spy, maybe a poet, maybe both. The coffeehouse buzz wraps you tighter, its rhythm like a lullaby you don't want to end. The coffeehouse hums around you, its smoky air swirling with whispers and laughter. Your tiny cup is nearly empty, the last drops cooling as you trace the ceramics, delicate patterns with your thumb. Across the room, a group of men leans closer, their voices dropping to a conspiratorial hush. You catch words like a sultan and taxes, and suddenly the mood feels electric, like a storm brewing in a teacup. Coffeehouses, history tells us, were more than social hubs in the Ottoman Empire. By the late 16th century, they were hotbeds of dissent, where ideas bubbled up as freely as the coffee. Sultans like Murad III grew wary, fearing these gatherings sparked plots against the throne. Some even sent spies to eavesdrop. A quirky detail: one sultan reportedly disguised himself as a commoner to snoop on coffeehouse chatter, probably tripping over his own robes in the process. You grin, imagining him spilling his coffee midst by mission. You shift on your bench, the cushion sinking under you like a cloud, and notice a man glancing nervously at the door. Maybe he said too much about the palace. The air feels heavier now, laced with intrigue and roasted beans. Historians still wonder if coffeehouses truly fueled rebellions or just gave grumpy poets a place to rant. You take a deep breath, the scent of cardamom grounding you as the whispers grow softer, pulling you back into the room's warm embrace. The coffeehouse's smoky warmth clings to you, the whispers of rebellion fading into the background hum. You turn your gaze to a corner where a roaster works, his hands steady over a glowing brazier. The air crackles with the scent of coffee beans popping and sizzling, each one turning from green to a rich, glossy brown. You lean closer, mesmerized by the rhythm of his movements. Scoop, stir, sniff, like a chef crafting a spell. In the 16th century Ottoman world, roasting was an art form, a skill passed down through families, with each roaster guarding their method like a family recipe for baklava. A quirky detail: some roasters swore by chanting poems to time the roast, claiming it made the beans sing with flavor. Imagine a barista serenading your latte today. You chuckle, picturing your local coffee shop trying that one. The roaster catches your eye and winks, as if he knows you're stealing his secrets just by watching. The beans' aroma wraps around you, warm and earthy, like a blanket on a chilly night. Historians still wonder if these roasting rituals were about taste, or just a way to show off in a crowded market. You breathe deeply, the scent mingling with the coffeehouse's chatter, pulling you deeper into its cozy spell. Your empty cup sits forgotten, but the roaster's work feels like a quiet promise of more to come. The roaster's rhythmic stirring fades into the coffeehouse's lively hum, and you find yourself drawn to a nearby table where a group of men lean in, their eyes glinting with mischief. You slide onto a stool, the wood worn smooth by countless others, and catch the tail end of a story about a courtier's scandalous new horse. Apparently, it's faster than the sultan's temper. Laughter ripples through the group, and you're handed a fresh cup of coffee, its steam curling like a secret. This is the coffeehouse's true magic: gossip, sharp and sweet, flowing as freely as the brew. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, these gatherings were where rumors about the sultan's court took flight, from whispers of lavish feasts to tales of misplaced royal slippers. A quirky detail: some patrons invented wild stories just to win free coffee, spinning yarns about viziers and dancing goats. Think of it as the Ottoman version of stand-up comedy. You sip, the coffee's warmth tickling your throat, and grin at a man claiming he saw the sultan's chef sneak cinnamon into a stew. Historians still wonder if these rumors shaped court decisions, or just kept the crowd entertained. You lean in, caught in the game. The room's chatter wrapping you like a soft scarf, urging you to stay and listen just a little longer. The gossip at your table softens, blending into the coffeehouse's gentle hum. Like waves lapping at a distant shore. You glance around, noticing the lanterns flickering lower now, their amber glow painting the walls in warm, shifting patterns. It's late, the kind of hour where the world feels quieter, more intimate. The air carries the rich scent of coffee, now mingled with the faint sweetness of rosewater from a tray of pastries nearby. You stretch your legs, the stone floor cool beneath your sandals, and feel the night settle around you like a soft quilt. In the 16th century Ottoman coffeehouses, evenings like this were when stories stretched long, and patrons lingered until dawn, bound by the spell of shared cups. A quirky detail. Some coffeehouses kept a yawn tally, teasing sleepy patrons with mock fines for dozing. Mid-tale, imagine getting billed for napping at Starbucks. You smirk, catching a man stifling a yawn across the room, his friend nudging him with a grin. The fire in the corner crackles, its glow reflecting in your empty cup, and you feel the pull of the night's rhythm, slow and soothing. Historians still wonder if these late hours sparked deeper bonds or just left everyone bleary-eyed at the mosque. For now, you sink deeper into the bench, the coffeehouse's ambience cradling you like a lullaby. The coffeehouse's lanterns cast a golden haze, their flicker syncing with the soft pulse of voices around you. You're nestled deeper into the bench, the cushion molding to your frame like it's known you for years. The chatter swirls, merchants swapping trade stories, poets tossing rhymes like dice, strangers laughing as if they've been friends forever. You feel it now, coffee's strange alchemy, turning a room of strangers into a fleeting family. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, coffeehouses were social glue, where men from distant provinces shared cups and secrets, forging bonds over steaming brews. A quirky detail. Some patrons sealed friendships by swapping coffee cups mid-sip. A messy but heartfelt ritual, imagine high-fiving with laddies today. You chuckle, picturing the sticky chaos. A server refills your cup, the coffee's warmth seeping into your palms. And you notice two men at the next table toasting with their cups, their grins brighter than the lanterns. The air hums with connection, the scent of roasted beans and rosewater weaving through it like a thread. Historians still wonder if coffee's magic lay in its caffeine, or its power to spark these human ties. You sip slowly, the bittersweet taste grounding you in this moment, the room's warmth wrapping you tighter, urging you to linger in its glow. The coffeehouse's glow feels softer now, the lantern's light dancing on the walls like fireflies. You're still cradled by the bench, the hum of voices a gentle current pulling you along. Nearby, a barista works with quiet precision, grinding roasted beans into a fine powder, his hands moving like a painter's. He sprinkles in a pinch of cardamom, then something secret, saffron, maybe, and pours hot water with a flourish, the steam rising like a tiny cloud. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, baristas were artisans, their recipes closely guarded, each blender's signature as unique as a poet's verse. A quirky detail. Some added crushed pistachio shells for extra luck, a superstition that left patrons spitting out bits, imagine, crunching through your cappuccino. You grin, watching the barista smirk as he hands a cup to a skeptical merchant. The scent of his brew hits you, warm and spiced, like a hug from a spice market. You lean closer, the steam tickling your nose, and feel the coffeehouse's rhythm slow, as if time itself is sipping slowly. Historians still wonder if these elaborate recipes were about flavor or just baristas flexing their skills. Your cup, refilled, sits heavy in your hands, its warmth seeping into your bones, tethering you to this cozy, fragrant world. The barista's spiced steam lingers in the air, blending with the coffeehouse's smoky warmth. You're still sunk into the bench, the cushion now feeling like an old friend's embrace. The chatter around you dips, and you overhear a hushed tale about coffee's darker side. A man at the next table, his turban slightly askew. Whispers of secret gatherings where coffee flowed despite royal decrees. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, coffee-faced bands, Sultan Murad IV once outlawed it, fearing its role in fueling dissent, shutting cafés and punishing defiant sippers. A quirky detail. Rebels hid coffee in hollowed-out books. Sneaking sips like literary bootleggers imagine smuggling espresso in a Kindle. You chuckle, picturing yourself trying to pour coffee from a scroll without spilling. The room feels conspiratorial now. The lanterns glow, casting long shadows, as if guarding secrets. You sip your own cup, its bitterness sharper, like it knows the stakes. The man glances your way, lowering his voice. And you wonder if he's sharing rumors or revolution. Historians still wonder if these bans stemmed from fear of coffee's buzz or the ideas it brewed. The coffeehouse's hum wraps you tighter. Its warmth a quiet rebellion against the night's chill, urging you to stay in its defiant glow. The coffeehouse's defiant hum settles around you. The lanterns glow, softening the edges of the night. You shift on the bench, the cushion now molded to your shape, and notice a subtle shift in the room's rhythm. Beyond the main hall, through a lattice screen, you glimpse women moving with purpose. Their laughter muffled but lively. They are preparing trays of pastries, their hands dusted with flour, and you catch whispers of their own coffee-fueled chatter. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, women rarely appeared in cafés, but they shaped coffee culture from behind the scenes, crafting recipes and managing supplies for these male-dominated spaces. A quirky detail. Some women ran secret coffee gatherings in their homes, serving brew spiked with rosewater and gossip. Think of it as the Ottoman equivalent of a book club with better drinks. You smile, imagining sneaking into one of those lively salons. The scent of their pastries drifts over, sweet and buttery, mingling with your coffee's earthy bite. You wonder if these women knew their recipes would outlast empires. Historians still debate if their influence quietly steered the coffeehouse craze or simply sweetened it. Your cup feels warmer now, as if carrying their hidden spark, and the room's cozy pulse pulls you deeper into its embrace. The coffeehouse's warmth clings to you. The faint scent of rosewater, pastry still, lingering from the women's hidden work behind the screen. You're nestled deeper into the bench, its cushion now a perfect fit when a poet stands, his voice cutting through the murmur like a soft breeze. He recites verses about coffee's dark allure, comparing its bitterness to unrequited love, his words weaving through the smoky air. The crowd leans in, some chuckling, others nodding, as if the poem unlocks their own late-night thoughts. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, coffeehouses were stages for poets, their rhymes turning sips into stories, making cafés cultural heartbeats. A quirky detail. Some poets paid for coffee with impromptu verses, bartering stanzas for refills. Imagine rapping for a free latte today. You grin, picturing yourself trying to rhyme espresso with a confess, yo. The poet's voice dips, his words slowing, and you feel the coffeehouse's rhythm match his cadence, like a lullaby in verse. Your cup, half empty, feels heavy with the moment's weight. Historians still wonder if these poems shaped Ottoman culture or just kept the crowd awake past curfew. The lantern light flickers, casting shadows that dance to the poet's words, pulling you deeper into the night's cozy spell. The palace's marble halls dissolve, their whispers fading as you find yourself back in the coffeehouse, the bench still cradling you like an old friend. Dawn's first light creeps through the window, painting the room in soft pinks and golds. The lanterns are nearly out, their glow reduced to a faint flicker, and the air carries the last traces of coffee and cardamom, now mingling with the crisp scent of morning dew. The crowd has thinned, leaving only a few lingering poets and merchants, their voices soft, like the rustle of leaves. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, coffeehouses often stayed open until dawn, their patrons reluctant to leave the warmth of shared stories. A quirky detail. Some regulars claim the best coffee tasted better at sunrise. As if the beans soaked up the new day's hope, imagine. Your barista insisting you wait for dawn to enjoy your brew. You smile, your empty cup cool in your hands. Its weight a reminder of the night's journey. The coffee house feels timeless now, its rhythm slowing to match your breath. Historians still wonder if these places were more about connection or caffeine. Their legacy etched in every sip. You rise, the stone floor cool beneath your sandals, and step toward the door. The world outside waiting to greet you with its quiet dawn. Word count, 251. #### final closing. The coffee house door creaks behind you, and you step into Istanbul's dawn. The air cool and gentle, like a whisper against your skin. The streets are still, save for the soft clop of a distant donkey cart and the faint call of a muezzin. Its melody drifting like a lullaby. Your breath slows, each inhale deep and easy, matching the rhythm of the waking city. The coffee's warmth lingers in your chest, a cozy echo of the night's stories. And you feel your shoulders loosen, your thoughts softening like clouds dissolving in a pale sky. There's no rush now. No need to hold on to the chatter of poets or the secrets of sultans. You're safe here, wrapped in the quiet of a new day. The world unfolding slowly, like petals opening to the sun. Let your eyes drift closed, picturing the coffee house's glow fading into a sea of warm light. Its scents and sounds cradling you. The city breathes with you, its pulse steady and calm, carrying you gently toward sleep. Imagine a soft breeze, scented with jasmine and roasted beans, brushing over you as you sink deeper, your mind drifting like a leaf on a lazy river. Rest now, the night's tales tucked safely in your dreams. The merchant's map lingers in your mind, its winding routes fading as the coffee house's glow pulls you back. You're still nestled in the bench, the cushion now a second skin, when you imagine slipping through Istanbul's shadowed streets toward the Topkapi Palace. The air grows cooler, scented with jasmine from hidden gardens, as you sneak past guards into a marble hall where the Sultan himself sips coffee. His cup, gilded and delicate, gleams under flickering torches. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, coffee reached the palace elite, fueling late-night councils and royal intrigues. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent reportedly savored it during strategy sessions. A quirky detail: palace servants sometimes stirred coffee with cinnamon sticks to ward off evil spirits. Imagine your barista waving a spice wand over your latte. You smirk, picturing the Sultan inspecting his cup for stray cinnamon flakes. The hall feels alive with whispers of treaties and betrayals, the coffee's warmth fueling every word. You wonder if the Sultan's decisions, wars, laws, loves were swayed by these late-night sips. Historians still debate if coffee sharpened royal minds, or just kept them awake fretting over taxes. You linger in the imagined palace, the coffee house's distant hum calling you back, its cozy rhythm blending with the night's quiet pulse. The palace's marble halls dissolve, their whispers fading as you find yourself back in the coffee house, the bench still cradling you like an old friend. Dawn's first light creeps through the window, painting the room in soft pinks and golds. The lanterns are nearly out, their glow reduced to a faint flicker, and the air carries the last traces of coffee and cardamom, now mingling with the crisp scent of morning dew. The crowd has thinned, leaving only a few lingering poets and merchants, their voices soft, like the rustle of leaves. In the 16th century Ottoman Empire, coffee houses often stayed open until dawn, their patrons reluctant to leave the warmth of shared stories. A quirky detail: some regulars claimed the best coffee tasted better at sunrise. As if the beans soaked up the new day's hope, imagine. Your barista insisting you wait for dawn to enjoy your brew. You smile, your empty cup cool in your hands. Its weight a reminder of the night's journey. The coffee house feels timeless now, its rhythm slowing to match your breath. Historians still wonder if these places were more about connection or caffeine. Their legacy etched in every sip. You rise, the stone floor cool beneath your sandals, and step toward the door. The world outside waiting to greet you with its quiet dawn. Word count 251. ##### final closing. The coffee house door creaks behind you, and you step into Istanbul's dawn. The air cool and gentle, like a whisper against your skin. The streets are still, save for the soft clop of a distant donkey cart and the faint call of a muezzin. Its melody drifting like a lullaby. Your breath slows, each inhale deep and easy, matching the rhythm of the waking city. The coffee's warmth lingers in your chest, a cozy echo of the night's stories. And you feel your shoulders loosen, your thoughts softening like clouds dissolving in a pale sky. There's no rush now. No need to hold on to the chatter of poets or the secrets of sultans. You're safe here, wrapped in the quiet of a new day. The world unfolding slowly, like petals opening to the sun. Let your eyes drift closed, picturing the coffee house's glow fading into a sea of warm light. Its scents and sounds cradling you. The city breathes with you, its pulse steady and calm, carrying you gently toward sleep. Imagine a soft breeze, scented with jasmine and roasted beans, brushing over you as you sink deeper, your mind drifting like a leaf on a lazy river. Rest now, the night's tales tucked safely in your dreams.